Well, welcome back, and it's my delight to have you with me at this service this morning. Before I do move on, I'm going to take the opportunity to remember the children and teacher who lost their lives when a gunman walked into the gym hall and opened fire. Dunblane Primary School was left with devastation and fear. 16 children and their teacher lost their lives. In my own parish at the time, I was chaplain, of course, to my local Lasswade Primary School, and decided to drop into the school the following day just to see how everyone was coping. And what stunned me was walking into the gym hall to find primary ones running around, just as I had been doing in the school at Dunblane. The difference for me that morning was our daughter was one of them at Lasswade Primary. So that just comes with a reminder it could have been and happened anywhere. So I'm going to ask and invite you to take a moment just to remember them and those who still carry the scars of that awful day. The candle behind me this morning, of course, represents for the church the light of the world, the comforter in time of need, Jesus himself. Let's just take a few seconds. Thank you for your respect. Well, it is another good morning. I sometimes mention the weather. It's been pretty stormy, but the sun's shining out there, and I hope at least that cheers folks up. As I speak this morning, a slight relaxation of rules and now guidelines have eased, which also allows churches running into Easter to reopen with up to 50 people attending, but still subject to change, apparently at very short notice. So it's a waiting game to see how it all pans out for local churches. In the meantime, as I've said, thank you once more for viewing in, and together taking our minds off the news that might be to the news that is, joining to worship God, to experience his hand upon us and the blessings that flow from him to us. So may God be to us this morning peace, calm, joy, strength, hope, and healing. All of which, of course, are God's gifts to us, so much so that the Holy Spirit will continue to bring to us the good news of Jesus Christ. Back there in the Old Testament, as the Israelites longed for something good, as they spent 40 years in the wilderness, yet God's plans were to be revealed in his time, as they would enter the promised land. And God remains with us by means of our faith. Our first hymn this morning is Christ Be Our Light.